Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Tapelo Maluko and this is the Journey of Purpose with Maluko. So since this is my first video, I figured it would be proper for me to introduce myself so that you guys know whose channel you're subscribing to and what's the purpose of the channel and what you guys are going to learn from the channel, because I think that's very important, right? So I am Tapelo Molokome, as I've already mentioned. I am a young woman who was brought up, or is still being brought up, in a Christian home. Both parents are Christians, but I only got to have a relationship with Jesus Christ at the age of 8, and that was when the ministry started. Now my parents are pastors, so at the age of 8 was when the ministry itomiling. And so because of that, I just thought to myself, I don't want to be, that is not a Christian. so, so yes, that was when I decided to give my life to the Lord. And and as you grow up, right, there's a lot of things that you face, a lot of things that you come across, and a lot of things that sometimes feel too difficult. And especially as a person who grew up basically being a Christian, there's so many things that you get to a point where you're like, how about God? When God is really preparing us for our purposes, because God does not use just anyone. He does not appoint just anyone as a person. You need to be qualified. You need to go through the motions. You need to experience pain. You need to experience pruning, and a lot of things. And that is God's way of preparing us for our purposes. So I'm going to be telling you guys what prepared me for. I still believe though that I'm still on my journey. I can't say I already know what I'm called for here on earth. I'd be lying, It's a journey of discovery, and it's still ongoing. But I think so far so good, and that's because of the things I've been through. As a child growing up, I'm a very emotional person. So very emotional. The girl is a crier, the girl is a laugher. Like anything that is emotionally connected, the girl is there, right? So on grade 3, I was made fun of a lot. Grade 3, 4, and 5, I was made fun of a lot because of my emotional persona. I was made fun of a lot, and so because of that, it was uncomfortable. Grade 3, 4, and 5 was a bit uncomfortable because I was called a crybaby. And not just that, if you guys notice, when I do this, I have a forehead dimple. And apparently, I don't know where these kids got this information from, but apparently, Otikoloshi have forehead dimples as well. So I was labeled a crybaby and a Tikoloshi. And so it was not nice, being made fun of. What? It was not really nice. But when you're young, it's not really, it's not something you cry over. It's just uncomfortable, but you don't necessarily cry and sob over it. And then fast forward to grade 6 now. Grade 6, I had to go to a new school. Now, this new school, the teachers are white, kids speak proper English, and here is the girl. The girl doesn't really know English, right? Guys, how old was I in grade 6? I was 11. I did not know English as much. Yes, I would read books and whatnot, but English was not my strongest language, right? And the previous school, we would speak home language and there was no problem whatsoever. So here I am in the school where they speak English. First of all, I'm uncomfortable because it's a new environment, and like I mentioned, I'm a crybaby, so I was crying on my first day of school. But luckily, I made a friend. I don't know if I can mention her name. I'd rather not. She knew me because her uncle and my dad are friends, because Kibaruti, so that's how. So she was like, oh, Tabel. I'm like, I can't remember you. And she's like, you can't remember. I'm Samantha. I'm like, oh, hi. So I made a friend. And then she had friends, so we became friends, right? So there were 4 of us in the group. Now, the real bullying began when I was 11. I was bullied by a group of, I think there were 5 girls. I can't really recall the number. But it was a group of girls, guys, like a legit group of girls. Um, they made they made fun of me on so many accounts. They said things to me, they said things about me. I remember at some point they even threatened to beat me up. They were like, when after school is Mela, you know? And I mean, I'm 11, guys. I'm in a new school. They speak English. So it wasn't nice. I was bullied a lot. Sometimes my friends would come to my aid, but you can imagine they were also young. You can't keep fighting for a person over and over and over again. So there were things that I had now to, and I remember there was a time they said I looked like a monkey. And I remember I got home and I looked in the mirror and I'm like, oh, no, you're right. Because as a young girl, you're still trying to build your self-confidence, you're still trying to build your self-esteem, and here's Umuntu that is telling you look like a monkey. So certain things, I must say, did pull down my self-esteem. But yeah, fast forward to grade 10 now. Grade 10, the girl was doing okay, although the self-esteem was very, very low. Like, it was down there, like there at the pits. It was really bad because I am a words of affirmation type of person. So if you do something to me physically, like if you beat me up or whatever, like I'm probably not gonna remember 2-3 weeks from now. But if you say something to me that's hurtful, I'm gonna remember that forever. So whatever those girls used to say to me would always resonate in my head and would always, so the self-esteem was pretty low. Grade 10 September, I fell ill. I felt terribly ill. I had a back problem. I felt my back crack in school, and that was the beginning of it. I was sick all the way to grade 11. Grade 11, I did not write my no, what are those things called? Cycle tests. I did not write my cycle tests, and I did not write my final exams. But the girl did pass. The girl did pass either way. So the girl passed, but it was not easy. Grade 11, I was 16. And so, look, guys, the low self esteem there was enough. But now I'm sick and I have this big brace. It makes my body look like this. So at some point, it did affect my self-esteem. I was constantly away from school because I couldn't attend classes. So the thing, where have you been? Why not here? What it? All eyes are on me, and the confidence is still not surviving. It's surviving on a very thin thread. So it was not an easy journey. So now my parents and I, we had now to figure out what is wrong with this child, because a 16-year-old back pain doesn't sound just about right. So I went to specialists, I went to GPs, I went to everybody. Doctors, not everybody, no, doctors, certified, thank you. So I went to a specialist, an orthopedic specialist, and they were like, there's nothing wrong with your spine. But I'm feeling pain. They're like, your spine is okay, so we can't help you because you don't do anything. So now I had to seek help. So I went to a doctor. He's in, I don't know where that place is, Klipfontein, I think. And then he was like, I have scoliosis. Now scoliosis is a curve in the spine, which made sense because the pain was at my lower back. So if the spine is curved there, then it made sense. And he was like, no, but don't worry, there's no need for a surgical fixing. She's gonna outgrow it because she's still young, I get. So by the time she's at least 20, she's gonna be okay because it's about Houdini and her body, what. So I was like, oh, okay, fine. I'm happy about that. And then there came a point now where I had to go get a back brace. Now the back brace did wonders. Whoever invented a back brace, guys, where on ma or where on sa, right? The back brace did wonders. I was okay. I can't remember for how long, but I was okay. The girl was fine. Now, fast forward to, I can't remember when it was. Now the back brace, sorry, did not work anymore. So now back to square one. So now I had to go seek help again. It was tough. Fast forward to last year, 2019. Yes, 2019. 2019 was the hardest year of my life, and I'll tell you why. Right, I had enrolled a college studying HR, so I was N4, N5, and then 2019 from Jan to June, I was supposed to have done my N6. So yes, I was in the process of doing N6, and then just before the final exams, my back pain, the back pain took another turn. It was bad. Now it started affecting my right leg. I was immobile for a while. I gained weight. It was a mess. So now we had to find help again. We went, I think I got a back brace again. Did I? No, I did not get a back brace last year. Last year, we went to a doctor, and then she recommended someone who does tests, like, holy kali, right? They test, it's like an MRI, but not, you don't enter into that, excuse me, you don't enter into that machine thing. So there's headphones on, and then they test you, and then they figure out what's wrong with you. I was diagnosed with osteoporosis. Now scratch that scoliosis diagnosis. It's incorrect. You have osteoporosis, which makes sense because I'm lactose intolerant. So I'm not a calcium, what, calcium whatever person. I don't have enough calcium, right? So I am calcium deficient. So now it made sense. Well, okay, fine. It's osteoporosis because I'm getting calcium strengthens the bones and whatnot and whatnot. So that was the diagnosis. I was on supplements, guys. I would take supplements, a handful of supplements every single day. Like, literally every single day, I would take supplements. And then, but the pain was not subsiding. I was still in pain. Nothing was changing. I sleepless nights, like it was still the same. So now I had to go to another doctor, and the doctor was like, "What, osteoporosis? There's no such. Your muscles are tight. So because your back muscles are tight, it affects the spine. What? So now I had to undergo physiotherapy, and I did, and the girl became better. Sham. There's a video of me dancing, even because I really got better. I literally got better, and then literally 2 days after being better, went back to square one. It was even worse this time around. So yeah, that was the journey. The journey is still continuing, guys, of discovering what is wrong with me. But even through all of this, there are certain things that I've survived. 2019, I was literally diagnosed. Not what I thought, these guys, I haven't been, no, diagnosed by a doctor. I was diagnosed with depression. I was denial of the fact. I was like, no, I'm not depressed. I'm just sad because I'm not feeling well. And it's been a while, guys. It was 5 years last year. So you can imagine, it was taxing, right? So now I was like, no, I'm not depressed. Nah, I'm okay. And then I was actually depressed. I was in my room the entire time. I wanted to sleep the whole day. Like like I was really depressed. So I went for counseling, which I'm gonna talk about some other time. I'm not gonna talk about it today. I don't want this video to be too long because it's an introduction. Who introduces themselves for more than 18 minutes? I'm kidding. But yeah, so depression was another thing. Anxiety was another thing. I think more than anything, when they say when your emotions are not okay, even your body feels pain that is not really there. But because your emotions are not in the right spot, right? And that was me. My emotions were all over the place. I was put on antidepressants. Hey guys, kwako bad, you know. But here I am. And I think that's why I want to talk to you guys and help you guys on this journey of purpose. I did not make it here on my own. I did not make it here because my parents are pastors, because Oh, okay, yes, it was because I'm Christian. But I did not make it here because, I've lived a good life and whatnot and whatnot. No, I made it this far because of God and understanding. You know what? God has a plan for all our lives. The Bible says, He says in His word, I know the plans I have for you. It's not a matter of, I think I know where you're going. Just go, and not just go. I'll see you as soon as you get there. No, He knows the plans He has. When He created me, when He formed me in my mother's womb, He knew for this one, she's going to have to go through 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And because of that, look, God knows what I'm created for. He knows my tomorrow. He knows my purpose here on this earth. And therefore, because He knows that, He's going to take me through stuff that are going to prepare me, either qualify me or disqualify me for my purpose. He's going to take me through all of those things. And Mudimu, like I said in the beginning, I think I mentioned it already, God does not use just about anybody. He doesn't just say, well, okay, fine, that one, she's been Christian for 15 years, let me take her and use her. No, we have to go through the fire. We have to go through the storm. And, a lot of Christians have a misconception, as long as now I'm Christian, I'm untouchable. Mogel, brothers, that is incorrect. In fact, the moment we are Christian, it's like we are qualifying for a tough life. But guess what? That's okay. Because in order for us to look, Jesus Christ is the Son of God, ne? But in order for Him to be exalted and to sit at the right hand of the Father, right? When they talk about creation and all of that, now I can't remember them saying where Jesus was at the right hand of the Father. For Him to be exalted and highly exalted, He had to endure the cross. He had to be crucified. He had to go through the pain in order for Him to be exalted. And so who are we to not want to go through all of this? And trust me, it's not easy. And I'm not even saying, guys, it's just a walk in the park. Hey, no, it's not easy. Sometimes it takes longer than expected. Sometimes it's more taxing emotionally than it is physically, mentally, and otherwise. There's a lot. But at the end of the day, it's the journey of purpose. See what I did there? At the end of the day, guys, it's the journey of purpose. And it is our responsibility to hang in there. Because at the end of the day, we don't know where we are going. Or let me say, I don't know. I don't know what God has in store for me. I don't know where God wants me to go in life. That's why I trust the author of life. I trust the giver of life, guys. I cannot expect myself to walk this journey by my own knowledge. No. So before I start preaching, that is the content of this channel, to help encourage us in our journey of purpose, to help encourage us in our journey of self-discovery, to help encourage us in our journey of purpose. And just to say, you know what, Mujimo, it's hard, yes. Peter says, I think it's Peter, he says there's nothing that you're going through that a certain sister or brother in the faith has never gone through. And so this as a support group. I may have not gone through what you've gone through. Some have had it worse than me. That's a fact. Some have had it a bit better than me, and that's a fact. But at the end of the day, we can draw strength from each other. We can draw strength from knowing, I'm not the only one that has been depressed. I'm not the only one that has been anxious. I'm not the only one that's been sick. I'm not the only one that's had to drop out of school when I was almost done. I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that had to question myself and question, who I am, whomst I am. So yeah, I do hope that you feel encouraged through this channel, and let us not give up. I think that's the essence of all of this. Let us not give up on our journey of purpose. It's not easy, but let us hold on and fight the good fight of faith. So, thank you guys for joining me. I do hope that you guys did learn a lot and that you guys are looking forward to hearing from me. I'm going to be talking about all sorts of things connected to faith. It's not just about my story. Sometimes I'm going to find a person's story interesting and I'm going to ask them, can I please share? And majority of the times though, I'm going to be talking about the characters in the Bible that I love, which I'm so excited about. And so yeah, that's why I asked you guys for maybe please interact so that, if you guys have any questions, if you guys have any concerns, whatever it might be, please do comment. And please also do follow me on social media. On Instagram, I am at tapelo underscore molokomi. Facebook, tapelo molokomi. Twitter is not so active, but if you want to take a chance, you can follow me at Kinamoloko. Thank you so, so much for tuning in, and I hope that you guys tune in again next time. From me to you, it's bye for now, and God bless.